Hello, folks. The next guest we have on is the sweetest angel bear there is. Let's welcome Sweet Angel Bear.
Yay! I'm doing good. How are you, Rico?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you all right.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you for stopping
Oh,
on in.
yes.
Yes, I'm bouncing some ideas around in my head right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, thinking about what to think about, pretty much stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Enjoying a nice quiet night here. Thank you for stopping on in.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Sam getting so much better at calling in on panels on shows.
You've been calling in on shows a lot?
Oh, yeah, I'm getting better at that. I was just on Nick's show.
Really, really, really. So what have you been talking about? What are some things you've been talking about?
Oh, we've been on the subject about, like, kids, and, school and, violence and all that kind of stuff.
So did your kids recently start school back up?
Well, my daughter started school back up. She's, like, in 8th grade.
What do you think of the school system?
Well, like the school system that my daughter is in, well, I wouldn't say it's bad, but, like, I've heard there's, like, bullying that goes on,
Really?
But,
Does your daughter get bullied?
no, she doesn't really get bullied.
Interesting. Did you ever get bullied in school?
No, I've never been bullied in school.
I mean, not even a little bit?
Nope.
Did you ever see somebody get bullied in school?
No, I haven't.
Dang, what kind of school did you go to? You must have went to a really nice school.
Well, yeah, I did.
Wow, you grew up in a little hometown of really nice people. But people were pretty nice kids around. But I'm surprised you didn't see a little bit of danger going throughout all your school years.
I know.
You never seen no kind of nothing. What's the most exciting memory of your school? Like, what's the most wild thing?
The most exciting thing?
Yeah, like the most. Did you guys ever go to a field trip, or did you guys ever freaking have like a school like earthquake?
Well, the most exciting thing I've ever liked about school is going on field trips.
Hell yeah! What kind of field trips did you go to?
Oh, like, the kind of field trips I went on were like field trips to like living history farms.
What the heck is Living History Farms?
Well, it's kind of like, I don't know, you like go to a farm or something and you get to learn about like the history of it and what they do on a farm or something
Wow!
like that. Yeah.
Did you see some cool stuff there? What was the craziest thing about the farm?
Well, like as in cool stuff, I've seen animals, you know.
Oh heck yeah! Animals are cool.
Animals are cool.
Have you ever touched some exotic animals?
No, I don't think I have.
Really? You never touched nothing too crazy?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've touched a snake at some point. I've touched goats. I've touched
Oh,
fish. I've
yeah.
touched fish and stuff. I don't think I've ever touched a bear. I don't think many people touch bears. But I touched you, sweet angel bear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just messing with you, but no, but I haven't touched any bears. I haven't touched a lion. I haven't touched a rhinoceros. I haven't touched a hippo, an alligator. I don't think. You never touched any of those animals?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I know you've touched a dog. I know you've touched a dog and a cat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Since you're getting better at calling in the panels, I'm asking you a bunch of questions, and we're just having a conversation.
Uh-huh.
So let me ask you this: you ever been attacked by an animal?
Oh, yes, I've been attacked by a dog.
All right, tell me that day. What happened that day?
Okay, that day I was walking. I was going to my mom's house 'cause I had to go to work that day.
Oh.
And then just out of nowhere, this dog, like, attacked me.
Wait, what
Oh,
happened?
yeah. This dog, like, attacked me. It, like, jumped on me and it like, scratched up my legs. And I had, like, scratches and bruises all over my legs.
How did you respond? What was your reaction to the attack?
Oh, man, I was freaking out.
You were freaking out?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like what? Give me an example.
Well, I was freaking out, like I was trying to run away, and I was, kind of trying to yell for help, but obviously nobody would hear me.
And then did the dog let up, or was it relentless in its pursuit?
Oh, the dog just kind of kept attacking me.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
So then what happened? How'd you get away?
Actually, actually, my husband came and picked me up because I called you know, my daughter and said I was getting attacked by a dog.
No way. While the dog was attacking you, you made a phone call?
Uh-huh.
That's next level.
Oh, yeah.
You must have been freaking out.
Uh-huh.
So what did the phone call go like? Like, I'm getting attacked, come get me, where? Like, and then did they ask you where you were?
Yeah, that's how the phone call went.
And they asked you, where are you?
Oh, yep. They asked me where I was.
And what did you tell them? You told them where you were?
Yeah, I told them my location and they came and got me.
And so how long did it take for them to get there?
Oh, like probably about maybe within 5 to 10 minutes they were there.
And so what was the dog doing this whole time that you were waiting for them?
The whole time I was waiting for them, the dog went back to where it came from.
Oh, so it eventually left you alone eventually.
Uh-huh.
So like, damn, and so how did that happen? Like, at what moment did it stop coming after you?
Well, the dog stopped coming after me
Why though?
when
What happened? Did you scream? Did you kick it? Did you what was the reason, or did it just get bored with you?
the owner of the animal came home and then it just ran and left me alone.
Oh, so the owner came out and called the dog back.
Uh-huh.
And did you talk to the owner at all?
No, I never did.
Yeah, were you mad? Were you very mad at the owner?
Well, not at that time I wasn't.
Oh, I would have been so mad. So then what happened so your husband gets there and you're all bruised up and scratched up? Were you crying?
Oh gosh, yes, I was crying, dude. 'Cause I had so many scratches and bruises on my legs.
Did you have any bites?
No, this dog never bit me.
You're lucky.
I know.
It sounds, because usually that's the first thing dogs go for is the bite.
Uh-huh.
You ever been bitten? You ever been bitten by a dog?
Oh yeah, I've been bitten by a dog.
Where? What part of your body?
Now, I remember at one point when I was a lot younger, I was doing a paper route and I got bit on the back of my leg by a dog.
Oh yeah. Freaking dogs. The
Oh,
legs.
yeah.
Legs are usually the thing they get
Oh yeah.
because it's low to the ground. Yeah. Or arms. Arms and legs are usually the things that you get bit because people try to block the dog and then they get bit in the arm, or they try to kick the dog and they get bit in the leg. You ever notice?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen those training videos where police dogs take down the people for training police, and they have to wear these suits?
Oh, yeah, I've seen videos like that before.
Oh yeah, where they have to wear suits. They have to wear suits, and the dog goes, and they always bite them in the arm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, arm bite is a tough one. An arm bite is a tough one. Dog bites you good. I think the leg, I'd rather get bitten on the leg because, I mean, that's got to be rough too. But the arm is real rough. I'm sure the arm pain would be worse. I don't know. I never really thought about that. What's worse, arm damage to the arms or damage to the legs? They both really can hurt. I mean, I guess the legs are better to have than the arm because you can run away. Like if a dog's biting you and it bites you in the leg, then you drop, which is no good.
No, I know.
But at the same time, I think the arm has more vital veins. I'm not sure. It's hard. It's a hard one. It's a hard one because depends. Man, this is a good little study topic right here. I wonder what's more desirable. If you get bit in the arm, it can stop you though. It does jerk you. It's interesting, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was this one time I was walking home from work after work and it was nighttime and this dog, this maniac dog, this crazy dog, aggressive dog, came running out of the shadows and started running at me.
Oh, wow.
And I freaking started screaming at it. I started screaming at it really bad. I said, I started yelling at it like, get up! And like I started running away pretty much, but like without turning my back. I just started like backing up and then screaming at it and stomping my feet and like, like stay away from me, get the fuck back, get the fuck back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't run up on me, but I was like backing away pretty quick. And one time, I was sitting on a fence and I wasn't even paying attention. I sat on a stone brick wall, and it was pretty high. I would say like a 5 foot, 6 foot wall. Like, but I jumped up onto it and I was sitting on it, just sitting on it. I'm sitting on the wall, just facing the street. So my butt's on the
Oh,
wall,
yeah.
and I didn't realize that in the backyard of this house there was 2 German shepherds in the yard, and I didn't even pay attention. I didn't see them. Next thing you know, I'm sitting on the wall and I'm just sitting there and I get a spidey sense of tingling. I'm like, what the heck? And so I look and the dog is running up the wall and it was caught me so off guard because I wasn't aware. So the dog like ran up the wall, the German Shepherd, and went to bite me, and it got so close to biting me in the head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I seen its face right next to my face. I was like, what the hell?
Wow.
Yeah, like it jumped up and it was like right next to me. I was like, what the fuck? So I jumped. Luckily, it didn't get me, and I jumped down.
Well, that's good. I could jump down.
Yeah. I didn't get bit. I'm getting bitten in the leg. I've got bitten in the leg. Nothing too crazy. I got bitten in the leg in the lady's house, and it hurt real bad. But it wasn't like
Oh,
crazy.
my gosh.
Yeah. I was doing a door-to-door sales demonstration in this lady's house. She had a dog, and it bit me. I was like, oh, man. And it freaking was hurting so bad, but I was acting like it didn't hurt that bad. And I did not end up getting that sale. Some bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So I got bit, and I didn't get the sale. I was like, damn. And insult to injury. But let's get back to the school system. What do you think about
Okay.
what do you think about the way that the school system is ran? The way that it is, you just got to. I think there's pros and cons to it. So, what are some of the pros and cons do you think the school system has? Like, what are some of the cons?
Well, some of the cons, I think that a lot of school systems have would probably be like, violence would be one of them.
From the teachers or from the students?
I'd maybe have to say more from the students, probably.
Heck yeah, yeah. I'm sure that's the social aspect. Yeah. That's interesting. That's interesting to talk about. It depends I think if you have a rough inner city school, I think that's a big problem in those kind of situations. I think
Uh-huh.
schools, that's a big problem. You never seen a school fight?
No, I've never seen one before.
Oh, really? I've seen a bunch of them.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I freaking seen a bunch of them. And then I seen, oh man, I remember one time, it's a crazy memory. It's an interesting one. It was perfect timing. I was in high school and I went to go use the bathroom. So I happened to be in the bathroom. I was going on my way to the bathroom, and
Uh-huh.
these two girls were in the hallway, but it was dead. It was dead empty because everybody was inside class, and these two girls are in the hallway, and I'm right there. And bam, they start fighting. They said the one girl looks at the other girl and says something, and they were like, "What?" Boom! They start fighting. These two girls were fighting crazy, and no one was there, so like they were able to fight for at least a minute or two before like people started hearing the noise. And I watched the whole fight, and I was like, "Dang!" And then a bunch of people came pouring out of the school rooms, and they broke it up.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and then oh man, school fights are amazing. School fights are amazing. I've seen a bunch of school fights.
Mm.
You must have went to a real small school. You must have went to a real small school.
Yeah.
Did you end up going to college or anything like that?
N- No, I never did go to college.
That's
After I
interesting.
grad, after I graduated from high school, I went right to work.
What'd you
I
do right outside
went
out
right.
of What'd you do right outside of high school?
Oh, after I graduated.
Yeah, what kind of work did you get into?
Actually, the kind of work I got into was into a nursing home. See, to
Mm.
this day, I work in a nursing home and I work as a dietary aide.
Wow. What do you think of the
Yeah.
food? What do you think of the nursing home food? Is it bullcrap or is it high quality?
I would say most of it's high quality.
Yeah, it probably has to be because when you're older, you probably have well, especially in a nursing home, they probably have sicknesses and sensitivities. They probably can't handle that.
Oh, yeah,
It, yeah, that's
exactly.
and allergies and whatever. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert in nursing home, but so they have to have real clean kind of food. I've been to a nursing home. I used to deliver papers, and I've been to nursing. I used to visit them with my group. I used to be in a group. I used to be in a little club and 4-H. You heard of 4-H?
Oh, I've heard of 4-H before.
Yeah. So I used to go with 4-H people to the nursing homes, and we used to play with the senior citizens. They play and dance and color. And it's kind of a bird I haven't thought about in a long freaking time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So dietary aid. So you've been working there for a long time. Have you went to different nursing homes, or have you been in the same nursing home?
Oh, I've worked in the same nursing home for probably almost about 20 years now.
That's interesting. That's phenomenal. So
I know.
you've seen that street and that you've walked through those doors a bunch of times.
Hey, yes, I have.
You could probably walk those hallways with your eyes closed.
Yep, I probably could.
Dang, you probably own the thing by now. You must be part owner of that thing.
Hmm? Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm an owner, but I do work in a nursing home.
So are you at the very top of the tier of like, positions, or I'm not saying that because it's to be impressive, but just dang, out of first being there so long.
Well, I would say, I'm, at the top, you know.
Well, yeah, they trust you. You've seen so many people come and go, and you've done such a good work for them. They probably love you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've worked in a dietary department for almost about 20 years now.
Man, that's fascinating. So you're an interesting. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Very
So now,
interesting.
now I'm gonna probe about it, and I want to probe into it a little bit. I want to probe into your experience being there for 20 years. Does it feel like the 20 years went by quick, or is it just like normal, like 20 years? Because 20 years is not like 50 years, but 20 years is a long time. I'm trying to think. Let me ask you this: what what's some? Have you lived in the same house for the last 20 years? What's anything else you've done for 20 years straight?
Well, I still live in the same house.
You live in the same house for the last 20 years?
Well, yeah,
No way.
'cause my husband and I, you know, I would say we moved in to our house. Let's see, I would say probably about 2010 we moved into our house.
Oh, that's 14 years. That's 14 years.
Well, yeah.
It's almost 20. It's almost 20. But that was my point. My point is 20
Hmm.
years to do one thing is so you must be an expert. You must be a dietary expert.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some things that people don't know? What are some things that people don't understand about dietary things?
Um, well, I'm not exactly sure.
What are some things that you've picked up like that are cool little health habits? 'Cause working in a dietary that you get to see, I'm sure you've experimented a bunch with different types of foods, different types of portion control, different type of liquids. What are some of the shining stars in the dietary world?
Well, like working in a kitchen, we all work together as a team, we have teamwork there, a lot of teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, yeah, I guess I get that. I get that. I get a lot of teamwork.
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask you this, not to get too personal, but not to details, but do you get raises over time, or how do they have to adjust for inflation for 20 years? Because I know that some people just have the same wage forever, and then some people they get little raises here and there. How do your raises work being in the one building for 20 years?
Well, see, at my work, I have to go through an evaluation, and that's, how I get my raise. 'Cause, I have a boss. She evaluates me on such a good job I do.
Oh, interesting. So are you
Oh,
making? Yeah.
yeah.
So you're probably making pretty decent money working for the same company for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. I haven't been at my company that long, but I got two raises. But I don't know when the next one I'm gonna get is. It could be freaking a long time. So we'll see, we'll see. But at least I got the two little raises in 1 year.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. That's awesome.
yeah. Then now it's like, shoot, I might not get a raise for a long time, but I think after years, like every 5 years or something. But I'm not gonna be there that long, I think. But you've been there for 20 years. Have they given you a what's something they have they given you like a trophy or anything for the longevity there?
No, I haven't really gotten any trophies for the amount of time I've worked at my job.
Dang. I feel like that you must be in pretty rare. Not too many people work there. Are you still working with anybody else that's been there that long? Or are you the person who's been there the longest?
Well, now see, with my job, I usually work an evening shift, and I've see, on the evening shift, I've kind of been working in, the kitchen the longest where I work.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you're the kitchen master. You're the kitchen. You're the boss of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Nice. How have you? So have you seen a bunch of employees come and go over the last 20 years?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I've seen many employees come and go over the, last 19, 20 years I've been there.
Like a shocking amount? Like tell me about that experience. Like more than you expected, or do some stick around longer than you expect? How does it feel being in the same company for 20 years as far as the turnover?
Well, I would say probably there have been some employees that have came and, they've worked there for a few years and then they've left.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So you must have some good social skills working there for that long, seeing a bunch of people.
Yeah, I'm always nice, I'm polite, and I'm kind to everyone.
Do you ever talk to the older people, or do you just make the food and then somebody else takes it to them?
I usually, talk to elderly folks where I work.
Do any of them ever get just real deep with you and tell you, "Hey, let me tell you the secret to life"? Do you ever get somebody's like, "Hey, I just want to get this off my chest."
Uh, no, not really.
It's just they're
'Cause,
just more hanging out.
yeah, they're just kind of like more hanging out.
Have you seen a bunch of them come and go? A bunch of old people come and go?
Um, not really.
Not really. See, because that's interesting. Because you think they got to stay pretty busy to keep the lights on, so you got to always have people there.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
But they usually live there for a long time, for a couple years, or at least.
Oh, yeah. Some of like the elderly, residents, some of them live in the nursing home, for a couple of years and, then they just, you know, eventually pass.
Yeah, let me ask you this. And thank you everyone for listening on Podbean. Here live show on Podbean Social Symbolism. This is your main host Rico Rocks. We got the lovely sweet Angel Bear 37, or I should just call you Angel Bear. Your nickname has changed so many times. I don't even know what to call you anymore, young lady. But yes, thank you for this beautiful talk and conversation and interview style. We've been going hard. We've been going hard here. But let me ask you this: what's the youngest you can get into a nursing home?
Oh, wait, like what's the youngest for like employees to start there?
No, to live there. Like if you're just ready to live at a nursing home, can you just check into a nursing home one day and be like, you know what, guys, I think I'm ready?
Well, I think like the youngest would probably maybe be like in the 50 or 60, age range.
Dang, yeah. So you don't see no man. It'd be unheard of to be 40, no 40-year-olds in a nursing home.
I know.
Dang, I never had thought about that. That's an interesting thought. Like the ages in nursing homes.
Uh-huh.
Because if you think about it, nursing home it doesn't really say anything in the name about age. It's not a senior citizen home. It's just a nursing home. So you could be a child in a nursing home if you think about it. A nursing home is just a home for nursing. I think it's pretty much just a supervised or assisted living. It doesn't necessarily mean senior, right? You could be probably a 10-year-old with some sort of disease or maybe an orphan and you don't have anybody to watch you. There's nursing homes for kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, you ever thought about that? You ever,
Mm.
or until right now, or is that pretty much a new idea?
What was that?
Like, have you ever thought about that, or have you ever? What's the different ages? What's the youngest person you ever seen walk through those nursing home doors?
Um, well, I know where I work, I know we've had residents like in the age of probably 60 or so come to our nursing facility.
And how were they in bad condition? The 60-year-old?
No, I wouldn't say they were in bad condition.
Yeah. Some people age different than others.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's very true. It's very true. Have you ever? What's the oldest? What's the oldest you've seen somebody there that is still? What's the? Let me just ask you that first. What's the oldest person you've seen there?
Well, I would probably, I would probably say maybe somebody like in the age over 100 or so.
Wow, isn't that cool? Isn't it cool to meet somebody over 100?
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about meeting people over 100. What's that like?
Well, I would say it's a pretty neat thing meeting somebody over the age of 100.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, the triple digits. That triple digits, baby.
I know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The human lifespan. Let me ask you this: are you surprised working at a nursing home? From now, think about yourself as a middle schooler before you even got introduced to nursing homes. The way that you thought being old was like, the way that you thought life was when you were younger. I'm talking when you were a middle schooler or high schooler. You thought, oh, I'm gonna be older one day, but you didn't really know what to expect. And then hanging out for 20 years, around people and watching them age over time. What do you think about the aging process? Are you surprised about how people age, or what do you think about the aging process?
Oh, well, I think it's surprising, how people age,
Yeah.
when people age, people look different, their hair gets grayer, they get more wrinkles on their arms and on their face.
Are you shocked by it? Are you shocked by how people age?
I would say, yeah, I'd probably be shocked by how people age.
Aging is a hell of a process, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's an interesting topic, man. Aging is a hell of a thing. I never ask your age, but I'm 30. I'm in my 30s, and I watch myself age for the last 30 years, and I haven't started getting too old yet. I haven't started graying out or stuff like that. But they say, everyone knows about age, and it's crazy. But I've seen I think it's everyone's different. I think some people can age real resilient, and then some people decay real quick. So yeah, you were gonna.
Oh, yeah, like me, I'm in my late 30s. I'm like 38 years old.
And how are you aging? Are you aging like a fine wine?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, see, with my age, I'm getting like more of my gray hairs.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm getting gray hair.
I can't believe it.
I know.
What do you think about? How do you feel when you see a gray? You think
Mm,
it's cool?
yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's like part of my natural hair.
I wonder, does it
Yes.
pop out? Does it sprout a new gray hair, or does the hair turn gray?
It just turns gray.
That's interesting how it turns.
I know. Interesting.
Yeah, this is very interesting. I'm not an age expert. We could definitely, that's something we could talk about over time. But because yeah, that's very interesting. That's one of those huge subjects, aging, because there's so many years and things age differently and stuff like that. Like, how long do you think you're gonna live?
That I never really thought about.
It's a rough question. That's a done. I just shoot that big old question at you.
I know. Well, see, now I think maybe I may end up living till I'm about probably 90 or over 100.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's definitely doable. It's definitely
Oh,
doable.
yeah, definitely.
I think 100 is a good number to go for. I like the idea of 100, but the last 10 years you're probably gonna be relaxing. The last 10 years, but who knows? And when you definitely got to stay active. I'm not as active as I really should be right now. I mean, I'm very active as far as work and stuff, but I'm not crazy active. But it would, especially if when you start getting, if I get signs of aging, I want to get more active because then you gotta. I still have a little bit of youth. I still have a bit of youth. Like I don't have many aches or pains or anything except for my heart. Except for my heart.
Oh, yeah. Exercise is the best thing a person can have, 'cause it's good for your body. And like me, I do a lot of walking outdoors.
Why? Just for fun?
And yeah, just for fun. Like, it's kind of like one of my hobbies I usually like to do is I like go outside and I just walk.
Yeah, I gotta walk a little more. I do. I mean, I work and stuff, but lately outside of work, I haven't been doing a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I travel to work. I ride my bike to work, and then I have to ride my bike everywhere. So I go out and I ride my bike to do errands and stuff. So I have to be out and about. But I went for the walk the other day. I did go for a little walk the other day. It was nice. I
Oh,
went out.
well, that's good, Rico.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. See, like me, I'm in my late 30s. I don't drive 'cause I don't have a license, but I walk about everywhere.
You have have you ever considered a bicycle?
Yeah, I've considered a bicycle.
You ever had one
I
as an adult? You ever used one?
Yeah, I've used a bicycle. I've rode one.
When was the last time you rode a bicycle?
Probably the last time I probably rode a bike was probably within the last year or so.
And how'd that go?
Oh, that went pretty good.
How far did you go?
Well, I rode it a very long distance, I like to go long distances on a bicycle.
Yeah, bicycles are pretty cool. Bicycles are pretty dang cool. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, they are.
yeah, depends. Yeah, I live in a real hilly area where I have to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's not super fast, but if you have a straight line, if you have a real straight area, you can go real fast.
Oh, yeah, I bet so.
Yeah, I've ridden so many bike in my days. I ride my bike. I do have a license. I do have a license. I just don't have a car.
Oh, yeah. You got a license, but no car?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm carless right now, but that's all right. I'm saving up money. I'm saving up money and stuff like that.
Well, that's good that you're saving up money for that type of thing.
Yeah. I gotta figure out what to do. I want to invest it. I'm saving up money, and then I want to invest it or do something or start a business or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, get into some entrepreneurship perhaps or some skill work, maybe buy some tools or do something. But I'm building up little by little right now and taking it pretty much. I'm giving myself a year to figure it out, and I'm already 9 months into the year. So, but so far so good. I'm not panicking or rushing, but it's highs and lows. I'm in a year. Doing like a year of regathering myself after my 30s, my 20s. And now for this year, I am drinking a little more than I want to. I have not had a drink today though, so which is good.
Oh, well, that's good.
Oh yeah, you're talking to clear-headed, just calm Rico right now. So that's probably why we're having a good conversation. Not that we couldn't
Yeah,
have a good
we're having a
conversation.
really good conversation.
Yeah, not that we couldn't if I was drinking, but I would just be distracted. I would be more just playing music and joking a little more, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm cherishing this. This is a official Angel Bear episode. This is amazing. Let's wrap it back up here with the school system. The reason I was bringing that up is because I know you have kids in school, and I don't have kids in school right now, but I went through school. But the reason this is something I was thinking about, I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about the school system, so it's fresh on my mind. There's the social aspect, which is neat. I love that for school. I think that it's good
Oh, yeah.
for people to
Oh,
learn
yeah.
to act good around other people, learn social abilities, learn personalities. But I don't like the curriculum too much. I think that. What do you think about the school curriculum?
The school curriculum, I'm not really sure on that one.
Do you know what a curriculum is?
What is a curriculum?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny because I could tell. I could tell by the way you responded that you didn't know what the word meant. That's why I asked you because I said, "Oh, what do you think of the curriculum?" And you're like, "Well, I don't really know." So I was like, it
I
sounded like you didn't even
know.
know what the fuck that word
I
meant.
know.
You're like, what the fuck is that? Like a yeah, no. The curriculum is the subject matter.
Oh, yeah, subject matter.
Yeah, like the school subjects. That's the curriculum. And the things they teach, like histories, math, science, these sort of things. This is the curriculum. Like the classes for the day is the curriculum. I think that the curriculum. What do you think of the curriculum, the classes? What do you think about the way they structure the classes? Do you think that they're teaching kids stuff good, or do you think that? What do you think of that? Do you think they could be teaching different things?
Well, I think, like, the school curriculum, in schools, well, I do think the teachers are teaching kids pretty well on a lot of subjects.
Really, really, that's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they have real world applications? People should learn about like the kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not really, and I don't even know what the curriculums are. I'm kind of talking out of my ass right now.
Oh, yeah, I think teachers are doing a good job teaching very good subjects in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like my daughter, she's got, an English class, she's got an American history class, and math class, and science class.
Yeah, I went to my nephew's graduation last year. It was pretty neat. It
Oh,
was pretty neat. He went to a small
oh,
school, or not
really?
like a small school, but more like I would say less, not too bad of an area. He went to a decent school as far as violence and drugs and stuff. There wasn't not too much of that. He didn't go to a hardcore gangster school. Yeah, man, it's rough. It's got to be rough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah,
Well,
school is
like,
not my greatest subject. I brought it up, but I think we got to move past it soon because I don't know much about the school. I don't have any kids in school. But you mentioned something about that. I think you mentioned that something about school. You know, like going back to school time.
what kind of, or like, what type of a school did your nephew go to?
But yeah, he just went to just a high school, just a normal, just a regular run of the mill high school.
Oh, yeah, like a normal school?
Yep,
Like
yep.
a high. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. He he wasn't really hitting the books. I know he graduated, but he wasn't a real schooly type of guy. I didn't even ask him what his GPA was or
Yeah.
anything. I should talk to him about that. Do you pay attention to your kids'
Oh,
grades
yeah.
real closely, or do you kind of just as long as they make it through school and they at least as long as they pass, you kind of leave it alone?
With my daughter, I pay much attention to her grades,
No way.
'cause like I go to conferences for her and I get to meet with her teachers for her classes.
Yeah. But some that's what I'm saying. But some everyone does that, but usually it's like as long as they're doing good, it's okay. But are you striving? Are you pushing your daughter for scholastic excellence?
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm like pushing her for scholastic excellence though. As long as she's doing well in school.
Right. See, so that's good. So because you're nice, you're not overbearing. You're not expecting straight A's or anything.
No. See, see, I don't really push my daughter to do well in school either, you know.
Right, because why not? Why not?
Like, because I don't want to, like, be a parent that's hard on my child, you know, by, pushing her and pushing her to, and, like, saying, oh, I expect you to do well in school, you know. Like, I
Yep.
don't want to be like a parent that's gonna push my own kid, you know, and
Hmm.
be hard on her and stuff like that.
But in some ways you want to, not in all ways, but I'm sure as a mother you want to make her a little tough and a little resilient and problem solver, and you want her to be safe in the world without you. So I'm sure you push her to, in some ways, whether it be being a super sweet and teaching her good social abilities, to be real smart in that way where it's sociable, like hey, show your manners and really strive for that, or to maybe self-respect yourself or something like this, or physically like hey, make sure you stay healthy and fit. I'm sure you're not just, you have to push her in some ways, right?
Well, yeah, that's very true. I gotta push her in some ways as a parent, yeah.
So what are some of those ways? What are some of the ways you push? If it's not real, like, oh, like, what's in school, because you trust her to take care of that, or that she's putting a good effort, what are some areas that you feel like, okay, as a mother, I should push?
Oh, well, well, like as a mom, I try and, push my daughter, to be more like responsible.
In what ways? Financially, with her actual behavior, with self care, like getting her taking care of her hair more, or to be more mature. In what ways to be responsible?
Well, like, with her behavior,
Yeah, like don't
Cause,
eat up all the snacks in one day. Don't stay up all night. Don't start fights with everybody. Like,
oh yeah, like, I have to, tell my daughter, well, you can't stay up all night 'cause you got school the next day, and then, I have to tell her, don't, don't use bad language, that's not good.
so you don't let her use bad words.
Well, my daughter, she has picked up bad language, but, I
What kind
tell
of
her,
language? What kind of language?
oh, she's picked up the F-bomb.
Oh no, I love that word. It's a great word.
Oh, yeah, she's picked that up, and it's like, I tell her, quit cussing.
Yeah, that's such a versatile word. Where did she learn that from?
I think she, like, learned it maybe, like, more from my brother because
Yeah,
I have a brother that, swears and uses cuss words a lot.
yeah, that's how I am around my nieces and nephews. I freaking cuss a lot.
Oh, yeah, you swear a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially around my nieces and nephews. I mean, I haven't swore a whole bunch in this conversation, but I'm showing respect to you. But I have sworn a couple times. But oh yeah, I let them fly. I let them fly.
Yeah.
You let the f bombs
Oh,
fly.
my
I,
brother lets him fly too.
I actually have the word. I actually have the f word tattooed on my body. And
Oh, yeah.
it's big too. It's I would say it's like 6 inches long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just a big old f word.
Wow.
But it's in really fancy cursive, so you can't really tell by just looking at it what it says. Most people never say anything about it anymore because they don't sit there and really read it. But it's kind of shocking how little people notice it nowadays. When I was younger, I feel like people noticed it a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's because people are starting to forget how to read cursive. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like people are so used to just normal text now that they're not reading it so quickly. But back in the day, people just looked at it in cursive and they just read it like easy. Like the word would just pop in their mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does your daughter know how to write cursive?
No, actually, my daughter does not know cursive.
What do you think about that as a mother?
Well, well, back when I was in school, I had cursive writing, but like today, they don't like really teach that in schools today, though.
Could you still write cursive today if you tried?
I, I can write my name in cursive, yeah.
But not like a letter, not a whole entire letter.
Not like letters, but I could like write my first and last name in cursive.
Yeah, you're so adorable. You're funny. You're funny.
I know I'm too funny.
Yeah, so funny. Yeah, I cannot write that well in cursive, but I have a signature and stuff. Yeah, no, but cursive, I'm not. I was never that great at cursive, anyways. So I'm not talking too much crap about that. But I was hearing some older people talk about cursive the other day, and apparently it was really big. If you go back, your parents and see, my dad never really went to school, but people, I don't even know if my mom was real big into school. And my parents were not big old school people, but yeah, apparently, let's say in the 1900s, in 1980, I think, or maybe even like 1950, everybody was writing cursive.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
like in the 1950s?
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, because everyone was writing everything, and I think cursive. What I heard somebody speak towards the other day is that cursive was invented because to write quicker, because you could write words quicker. than having to stop and do each letter. That if you were cursive, you could write long words quick and just write like speed writers back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because you got to think about it. They had to write all these notes and books and handwrite everything before computers and all this. So they probably had to write fast just because they were so freaking had to write so much stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Freak yeah. So they got it. That's probably what it really was. I bet you some of those the old school super fast cursive. The guy's just like, that's probably what it was. It's probably what it was. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for talking to me tonight. I think this is going to be our first official Rico Rocks social symbolism featuring Angel Bear. I think I don't know if we've had a full. I know you've been in some episodes. I'm sure you've definitely popped in a couple of them. But this has been an entire conversation. So yes, in fact, you have gotten better at calling in.
Yes, I have. And
This was
you're
my
welcome.
yeah. I was. Since you said that, I said, let me see, let me see. And it turns out you've gotten a lot better. I'm impressed. I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
I've gotten a lot better.
Yes, yes. I did okay. I did okay. I said
Yeah,
that.
you did okay.
But the show's not over yet. We're gonna wrap it. We're winding it down. But I will figure to put a nice bow on it. Do a word of the day here out of the dictionary.
Yeah, this is like our first official conversation we've had.
Right? Do you have any questions for me? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, not at this time.
All right. Well, let me keep probing. So you're talking about violence. That's interesting. You said earlier because you said, oh, you guys were talking about school and violence when I first asked you earlier. Oh, what are some things you've been talking about? Why? That's interesting that you brought up the violence. Well, what about what? Why did you bring up violence?
Well, I know within, some school systems, there probably has been a big problem with violence among students.
No, I wasn't talking about in school. I'm talking about just outside of school. I thought you mentioned that earlier when we first started talking. You mentioned, oh, you've been talking about when I asked you what are some things you've been talking to other shows about. I thought you said violence. I could be imagining that.
Um, well, yeah, 'cause, it was brought up in another show I was in.
What was violence?
Oh, yeah, that was, in Nick's show.
Oh, his show was about violence.
Yeah, we were like in his show and we were talking about, kids and school and, and education and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. When then we started getting into it, we started talking about violence, and then it's kind of interesting. We started talking about that dog attack because that's some
Oh,
violence right there.
yeah.
Yeah, violence in general is a crazy thing. Is a very interesting thing. This is the act of violence, the act of violence. Let me ask you a weird question. Are you the kind of person who squishes and kills spiders, or as soon as you see them, or how do you treat that?
Oh, like, I'm the kind of person, like, when I see a spider, I have to kill it.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, I hear you. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, I'm like that too. I'm not saying I kill every single 100%. Like some of them get away, but I usually go for them.
Oh, yeah, I, like, have spiders in my house, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta kill that spider,
Right? Like they were not welcome. They intruded into your home and they fucked up. They made a mistake. They should have stayed outside.
Uh-huh.
So that's violent, though. That's violence if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. Don't you hate when they get away? When the spider gets away, like they crawl under something,
Uh-huh.
or they crawl into something.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate that when they crawl away and then you never get a chance to kill them.
Heck yeah. Violence in animals and animals. Yeah, so yeah. What's your favorite animal?
I'd have to say my favorite animal would have to be a cat.
Ooh, that's a good animal. Cats are really nice. What do you think is so interesting about cats? Like, what is the magical thing about cats?
Well, I would say cats are such gentle animals. I mean, I have two cats.
Yeah, cats are very interesting. Cats are very interesting. I love cats. I love them too. I like a lot. I pretty much am an animal lover. I don't mean animal lover as in have a sanctuary for them, but I respect. I have a deep respect for living things, and I'm not perfect. I will kill things and I abuse things and I hurt and I'm selfish and all these crazy things and I'm even self-destructive and I have a lot of flaws as a human. But I appreciate a lot of stuff. Like I mentioned pros and cons earlier. I think everything has pros and cons, but I think animals are very interesting. I like birds. I like all kinds of different birds, different bug species, all kinds of different apex predators. So interesting, like polar bears and whales. All these crazy creatures in the world out there.
Oh yeah. Well, see, both of my cats are both female kitties.
Yeah, cats have cool, retractable claws and long tails and interesting
Oh
balance.
yeah.
Yeah, cats are real
Yeah.
cool. Cats are slick. I like cats. Cats are real slick. They're
Oh
tough.
yes, they are.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough and they're
Oh
ferocious.
yeah.
Cats are pretty savage. Yeah, I try to be savage. I try to remain a bit animalistic. I try to. I'm not the toughest guy in the universe. I wish I was, but when I see animals in battle, or when I see stuff, videos of animals in the wild, big animals, alligators and lions and cheetahs, bears. I might have said bears twice, but all these mooses, you name it. I don't know about mooses, but these animals that kill each other, birds. Oh man, don't get me started. Birds are ferocious, man. Birds are ferocious animals. Wolves are ferocious animals. Alligators ferocious. Bears ferocious. So I try to keep a bit
Oh
of
yeah, I bet so.
yeah. Sharks ferocious. The ocean is ferocious. The ocean is ferocious as heck. The ocean is savage as hell. Everything is eat, 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 eat. And
I know.
so I try to keep that. I try to have a bit of that because as a creature, we're a little different. We've been domesticated. We've been put in houses and stuff like this. So we've gotten soft. We've gotten a little bit soft. But I want to keep a little bit of animal in me, just so I could like ferociousness. I want to stay. But I try to always have that little part of my brain where I look at the world like an animal, not just a human, but an animal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever think like that? Do you ever put yourself in an animalistic mindset, where like ferocious mindset?
No, I haven't did that before.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, animals, they put in a lot of effort. I'm impressed by that. Like, when you see a little ant crawling, you have to think about all those little steps it's taking. Like that thing, or like a spider when it runs from you, and it's pretty much sprinting away until it gets out of your view, until you can't find it. That thing has to sprint with all its might away from you. That's impressive. Like humans, we don't want to get too soft. I want to be able to sprint for a long time and climb things and attack things.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm not saying I'm perfect right now. I'm not that beast right now, to be honest with you. I'm strong as hell, but I'm not a beast. Like I've been way more beastier in my life. I'm kind of being soft as hell right now, and it's a little frustrating, but I'm very hopeful and optimistic, and still so full of opportunity, and I'm full-bodied and able-bodied. So I'm not out of the game. I can still become more beast mode, which we'll see if I can do it. I'm still pretty beasty. But
Oh, yeah.
All right, Angel Bear, let me get a word of the day here, and let me get a word of the day here in with you. So we'll get a word of the day for this episode.
Word of the day.
Word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day. Thank you once again for joining me today. Okay, overhaul. It's an interesting word. Overhaul.
Ooh,
Come up with in
overhaul.
pursuit. Overhaul. Come up with in pursuit. Come up with in pursuit. Interesting. So that could mean, like, let's say you're an animal and you chase a creature and you get it. I guess that's an overhaul because it says come up with in pursuit. Which is, so let's say you pursue something, come up with in. It's an interesting way they word that. That's weird. Come up with in pursuit. It doesn't really make
Yeah,
sense.
that's a very interesting word of the day.
But also it says examine and set in order. So examine and set in order, which is, so let's say you have a messy desk and you organize your desk. I guess it's called overhaul. You examine and set in order. Or if you're digging through a pair of laundry, if you're digging through laundry and you're folding laundry, it's called overhaul because it says examine and set in order. Or it's like if you're putting back an encyclopedia and all the books in order, it's just overhaul. That's a weird one. And then it says throughout examination, especially for repairs. It's an interesting word, overhaul. That's not what I thought it would mean.
Oh, yeah, that's a very interesting word.
That word does not sound like you would think it. Overhaul, you would think you're going to take something somewhere. So you're hauling it. Like U-Haul. It's H-A-U-L. U-Haul. But it's overhaul. So you would think it's something like transport or hauling things. But really it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's messed up word of the day, guys. Overhaul is a crazy word. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, you don't know if you like the word.
Yeah, I do not. I didn't like it. I don't know if I like that. So let's do a different word of the day here. Let's do the word person. How about the word person? It's interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting word.
So person, noun, individual human being, apostrophe, individual divine being. I like that. So if you say you're a person, you're saying individual divine being. That's a cool word. Person's actually a cool word.
Yeah,
Person.
that's a cool word.
Character in a play, comma, etc. In grammar, a classification for one of the classes, comma, of pronouns, comma, and verb forms according to the person speaking. Okay. And spoken to or spoken of, personable, good looking, personage, notable, person, personage. I never heard of that. Personage, notable person, personage, personal
I've
is in.
never heard of that either.
Yeah, personage is just saying notable person's personage. So he's a personage. I don't know how to even use that in a sentence. Personal, individual, private, of one's own. That's personal is individual, private, of one's own, apostrophe, or of or relating to grammatical person. Personal property or real estate, comma, all property except land and interest in land that pass to an heir. Personality, distinctive character. Personally, in person. Personality, personal property. Personality, not personality, but personality, personal property. Personate, pass oneself off. Oh, so that's impersonate, must be that. And then impersonation, personify, represent as a person, typify. Personification, personnel, staff employed in service or institution. All right, there you go, person.
Oh, wow, that is quite a definition.
Yeah, I read that really badly too. That person, I did not read that one well. But we got through it. We got through it. We got through it.
Yeah, we got through it.
So thank you for listening today, Sweet Angel Barrier number 1. This has been Rico Rocks Social Symbolism. Thank you for listening.
Oh, you're welcome, Rico.
See you.